Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Xuan Yuan 7 and the Mysterious JG. Took a little short break to get a couple steps in. Did not research when the Great Wall of China was built compared to this game. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But then it did occur to me, hold on. This could be Sishui Gate. Aren't we finding out, like, isn't the whole story heading towards... we're trying to get back to Chang'an, right? Oh no, Kunyang. Okay, so I don't actually know where Kunyang is. And honestly, I don't know if we're ever getting back to Chang'an. But yeah, I was thinking, oh, well maybe... But yeah, you know, as somebody who played a lot of Dynasty Warriors, it's... This is the break between the early Han and the later Han. Wang Mang's usurpation of the Han, as I've mentioned before, would be in part of history during the time of the Three Kingdoms, which would be around 200 AD or so. But this would be after the Warring States period, which I don't know that much about because I haven't played very many action-oriented video games about it. But yeah, I think the fortifications that some of the Three Kingdoms battles took place around, like Sishui Gate, or Wu Gate, where all dragons Sunda and Shootin' Yao had a very inefficient battle, but eventually took it down because of my shitty leadership. Yeah, those gates all existed. So that might be what this represents, is one of those mountain pass gates that they used to have back then for controlling access to major cities. At any rate, I do kind of feel like I followed this path around and I might have missed some loots in here. So I'm kind of wondering if I have a way to get to that path. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I do or not. I'm not sure if I'm just backtracking exactly the way I came. I think I may well be. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure now that I am. All that being said, I am... I'm kind of anxious to try to get to... those places that I think we could skip if we progressed forward too rapidly. Game really doesn't have falling damage, does it? Yeah, so let's get back to where we first kind of got to this run around exploring and not fighting enemies for some reason area. Right around here, and try to come up and go this way and see what happens. And if we just waste a lot of time and don't really encounter anything of interest, I guess I will apologize. Because I'm starting to think that's exactly what's going to happen. Either it's a very short path, or there might be no path at all. Like, so you immediately run into a dead end and have to come back this way. Because it's just this that we missed. There's guards. So if we missed a pointless battle and this door stays closed. That might be it. Yeah, that is it. There's a battle over here. And then you just hit a wall that won't open. So this in here, is this just completely empty? Because maybe this is what I got. No, I couldn't have gotten this because there's no way to sneak over here. Okay, so all we missed was a little battle that you can't do anything with anyway. I wonder if there's a way to backtrack to here, because it is marked as like a navigable area of map that might have loots. The most important treasures that you seem to be able to find in this game, though, are those frog statues that you break them open and you get a recipe. But as far as I know, like, if you combine the right items without having found the official in-game recipe for those items, the recipe still works, so that really kind of makes it so that nothing is essential. Oh, this is so weak. He can't climb up there. Give me a break. Alright, but anyway, all that backtracking was pointless, and I'm even a little tempted to just load the game to where we had saved at that campfire, but that will probably take just as long as manually coming back up. Not to mention that we got a little bit of experience from that fight, so it's not like we got nothing out of it. We even grabbed a few items by sucking a few of them up with our, like, soul capture powers or whatever. Well, I messed that up. What was I supposed to do there? Come up this way. Oh, I missed the stairs. Okay. Oh, she beat me up here. There's those little... Oh, well. There's the plot. I wonder if those are, I wonder if that's a fight or actual plot characters we'll speak to. Or both. It could be plot characters we speak to and have a fight with. Wouldn't that be something? Alright, so this is the point I got to and then turned around. I guess I'm kind of curious if we look at the map. Still no plot advancement with these the army that we left behind at Yushu and Kaiyang. Yeah. Thought that might have been a bit of loot hidden away over there. Oh, come on. Clearly we can climb that and find exciting new treasure. Perhaps not. You know, speaking of action RPGs, I watched most of... mentioning all. I gotta stop talking about all just because I know he's watching the series, but I did watch most of his playthrough of the... why did I start to say Let's Play incorrect to playthrough? He did a Let's Play of the Final Fantasy VII Remaster, which I watched a chunk of and then kind of fell off. I wondered if I should play that myself. It seemed like kind of similar to this, just like action RPG, not the most complicated combat controls ever, but wait, that looks like it's one of our generals. With the red and all. Yeah. How did they get here? I guess they actually fought their way through the troops. We're right on time. Alright, well, I clearly lost track of the plot. Shanghai Pass. Yeah, I clearly lost track of the plot, because I didn't realize we were supposed to be meeting up with these guys at all. I kind of want to see what happens if we go this way. Because this would be the gate that I couldn't get through before. Is it just going to be open now? Like, we had to navigate through that side path to advance story, but now it'll be open? Like, now it really is turning into Neo 2, we have to get to this side. Like, we have to open this door. Yeah, this door must be open from the other side. And once you get to the back of a door, you open it, and it just makes it a quicker... It's a shortcut, so you can get there more quickly, should you need to return to a prior Kadama Shrine. I think that's exactly what's going on here. We're going to find our game's first Kadama Shrine. No, now we're just on the other side of... Oh, here's... Clockwork part times 3 and cotton times 4. So I was right that this area here wasn't navigable. But this is the other side of the gate that was closed before, and it's still closed. If it was ever a gate to begin with, and not just a wooden... No, that's clearly meant to be an openable door of some kind. Alright, well, we got some cotton and some clockwork parts. Will we get use out of them? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, they're just crafting ingredients. It's not like... They are neither worthless, nor are they really probably going to be massively game-breaking that we found them. But we found them. Okay, you just stand there and stare at those guys. We'll move on ahead. After kind of poking around first to see if there's anything else that we can mess with. Alright, we'll move on ahead. Sure looks like a boss arena. Oh, you don't land on that guy? Ah. Okay, clockwork monsters. This is new. I feel like I should be focusing on one. Yeah, what the hell? I thought I had, I thought I was blocking. Okay. I definitely at one point was trying to step around and accidentally was holding down block, and that meant I didn't do the right thing, but, I seem to go from, like, about half health to being completely dead in one hit there. So... yeah, let's just put it this way. I still feel like what I've said about Neo 2 being a harder game holds water. But I'm gradually becoming less convinced of that, and it might just be because the controls for this game are just a lot less... There's just big chunks of time between times you need to know the controls and when it doesn't matter. And the controls just generally don't seem to be that precise. Am I taking fire damage? Why is my health still going down, even though I took a health thing? Accidentally used imprison there. Yeah, something was definitely going on with my, Am I taking burning damage? What's going on? Oh, it's bleeding damage. I'm taking bleeding damage. So I've got to find something to control bleeding damage, because that hadn't been a big problem and suddenly it's a huge problem. Okay, I think I'm about to die again. Possibly. Is that one out of health and now I have to damage this one, or what's going on? I'm just scooting around. I feel bad. I'm scooting around at this point, letting other people do the work, but... I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Just staying away from damage is probably the biggest difference here. Just going in spamming attack was not working. That's how it's worked with previous boss fights too. Okay, back away. Run away! I got really confused there for a second about what controls do. I didn't mean to switch focus to you at that time, but... Whoa, that was bad. That was bad. Taking bleeding damage again. Oh, don't screw it up now, JG. You screwed it up now, JG! Oh, I had that thing won! I feel rotten. We were so close to winning that. I spent so much time dodging around. And then I finally managed to screw it up. Instead of quick loading, I wish the quick load took us back to right before the combat started instead of right after. Because, we will have lost a little bit of progress since the last manual save, but I could go in and try to equip something to reduce bleeding damage, possibly. kind of feel like I should be concentrating on one at a time. I don't really know if that helps. Backing away, I accidentally messed up a bit there. I'm working on the stun meter for this one. Trying to stay focused on the same one and build up that little stun meter at the bottom in the hopes that I'll eventually get some kind of high damage shot on it. That was a mistake. Doesn't look like I got punished for it too bad. Took some damage from the other one because I got a little too focused on the one target. Ow! Fuck. Oh, okay, I can get a super hit. Nice! That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be working on the meter, the little stun meter. Although this one doesn't seem to have one anymore, probably because they won't let you kill them both the same way. Oh, fuck. Got a little overconfident there. Okay. Certainly easier now that there's only one of them. I say. Even though health is still a problem. Really don't want to mess this up. Oh, I switched stances. That's probably not a good idea right in the middle of things. Use all your fancy techniques. Doesn't have to be this me out here. Oof, okay. Felt a little better once I kind of figured out the trick. You could stun one of them and finish it. Modified by Li Jun? You thought this was a naturally occurring clockwork monster otherwise? And then she reactivates it and murders us.
下单？是他？夏老丈不像是李军一伙的呀，上次还拆了他们的复魂牢。
这其中恐怕另有隐情，有机会回御史去，再问问他。
Oh yeah, we were supposed to go meet that guy.
祝我军顺利攻下关卡。
The merchant guy.
文书多礼了，只是举手之劳。
Figure that out.
既然过了关口，我们会继续往昆阳去，探查绿衣女子的消息。
届时战争若起，可得请诸位多加注意。
Well, thanks for helping us out, Li.
明白。文书征战沙场，也务必要谨慎行事。
Oh, by the way, your brother's gonna get executed, but
毕竟胸怀天下之人，
I guess you knew
可
about
不能
that.
在此就败下阵来。
那是当然。
Yeah, one who has the world in his mind can't be defeated here. Don't
按
worry
红儿的
about
说
your
法，
beard when your
这枚
head's about to
书
be
是
taken.
旧
That
时
kind
的
of
形
stuff.
制，
Oh, well, looks like suddenly this
那
is a
是夏老
town. That's
丈对
nice.
李军的态度。
阿兄，莫非夏老丈其实是被李军赶出来的？
问了便知。
Yeah, that's right. There was a find Xiadan and Yi Shui. Maybe we can do that here. We found Sergia's name inside the gear piece, but why? Isn't Sergia, was he, Oh, Jianghe Pass. The Jianghe Pass was built along the peak of the mountain range and is the only route between Kumyang and the Nanyang. General Wen Chu has captured this place and is preparing to march north to face the tyrant Wang Mang and the Li Jun. I hope everything goes well. Xiadan, yeah, we were trying to find him, and then I guess if we'd walked up to him and there was no quest reason to talk to him, nothing would have happened. But yeah, there was a few videos ago we did intend to go talk to him about what was going on with soul snares and stuff, and we kind of forgot. He was actually quite a kind person, and his bark was worse than his bite, but after we saved his life, he didn't so much as thank us. Blah, blah, blah. It never occurred to Sergio with the... Never connected Sergio with the Li Jun. He seems to know his way around the clockwork machines, but I thought that since the looter Hey How knew one thing or two about clockwork, Sergio must have learned some tricks with scavenging as well. I only realized something was off when Sister Hong brought it up. From the looks of things, he also despised the Li Jun. Could they have forced him into exile? Ooh. Anyway, gear beasts, Sister Hong told me that Li Jun are gear beasts and used them to carry weapons and supplies. Oh, so it's basically like the wood oxen, I got it. They've even been modified and used in combat, though they resemble their living cousins. These creatures are made of wood and bronze that are far stronger. Yeah, this is supposed to be the wood oxen. So the wood oxen is how Kowai has translated something which I've in other translations of Romance of the Three Kingdoms are translated as like gliding oxen and sliding horses. Like it's the descriptions of these wooden automations built by Zhuge Liang. Again, this would be, you know, like 100 or 200 years later. It's weird. Like, nobody's quite sure what the fuck the novel's talking about, because it's based on historical accounts, which are also very vague and possibly fanciful, of, like, machines. Probably, I mean, they weren't, you know, they wouldn't have had, like, combustion engines or anything. They would have just been, like, sliding crafted wooden parts, but the idea that there were carts that were made to look like animals being used by the military was apparently a real thing, but they do in these fantasy games tend to be like just involved and weird. But we also have imbued gear beasts. Despite a gear beast's bulky appearance, its armor is actually extremely intricate and complex, and they are capable of moving with stunning dexterity. Imbued gear beasts have blades on their back, differentiating them from their lower rank counterparts. One swing of those dangerous edges can mow down an entire troop of enemies. We need to be prepared. Okay, so apparently they're going to be a regular enemy from now on. But we got Steel and Clockwork Box, which we did not have before. And Dated Telebox, extricated from Gear Beast, has the word Linzu Xiadan engraved on it. Well, there you go. Now, I'm planning to call it a session here, and I'm awfully tempted to go back and find out what's going on with this side quest, but it's really pretty clearly a good time for us to call it a video, having just beaten a boss and all. So let's make our way. You know, I'm wondering again, is that gate going to be open now? Well, we've got teleport. Hold on. Remember to report the status for our brethren to General Wenshu later. Okay. There doesn't seem to be a merchant, although there might be up here where this campfire is now. Well, it won't be replaced by a stone shrine. It's still just going to be a campfire, I guess. Either way, this is, it's clearly time to call it a video here. Although it will be simple enough to teleport back to town, which is quite handy. So that side quest will not involve us having to travel all the way by foot 2 towns prior, which is a handy thing indeed. At any rate, folks, we can call it a video. When we come back next time, I'm going to step away from this game for a little bit, but by the time I come back, I think I'll still be pretty curious about what's going on with that merchant who tried to drive such a hard bargain for a piece of clockwork before, but we're starting to find out more and more about whom I thought was just going to be a throwaway character. It's difficult in this game to tell who is and isn't going to be important. Like, there's some folks in the prologue, like, you know, Uncle what's-his-name, that you seemed very warm about, and your mother, like, they show up and get character bios, and you might think they're going to be important, and they're not, but sometimes characters seem like they're not going to be important, and they are. This game is throwing some surprises at us, so hopefully it'll continue to be surprising in interesting ways. But we'll see as we continue.